In the tense and grim atmosphere of The Young and the Restless, it was revealed that Victor Newman could not hide his anger when Jack Abbott suddenly burst into Newman Enterprises headquarters. However, Summer will come to him to ask for help to help her gain custody of Harrison. Jack doesn't simply drop by for a visit, but also brings a harsh warning, leading Victor to suspect that Jack knows more than he's letting on. This infiltration is not only a display of power but also a sign of the complex plots that are about to be revealed. Kyle sought to calm the situation by admitting to the innuendos he had used to anger his father, Jack. Despite this, Kyle is not entirely honest about the extent of his involvement in the Glissade incident, a revenge plot that Victor is secretly carrying out. Victor, although hurt by the provocation, finds sympathy with Kyle. After all, Victor had done similar things towards Diane Jenkins, and part of him could sympathize with Kyle's motives. Meanwhile, Summer Newman faces difficult decisions. Even though she doesn't want to aggravate Harris and Abbott's custody dispute, she still has to deal with the threats she recently made. Amid this tension, Summer turns to her parents, Phyllis Summers and Nick Newman, for advice. But things didn't stop there when she suddenly made a call for help, a scream that rang out in the midst of a psychological and social crisis, causing Phyllis and Nick to act without hesitation. Phyllis and Nick are determined to destroy Claire, the newly appeared character who has caused much suffering for Summer. Their goal is not only to protect their daughter, but also to eliminate a potential threat to the family. This determination led to drastic and calculated actions on both sides. Sharon Newman is facing the indelible memories of the death of her daughter, Cassie Newman. Cassie's sudden and tragic death left Sharon deeply scarred, and recent events on The Young and the Restless had made those feelings more intense than ever. The return of these traumatic memories is demonstrated through a strange dream Sharon had in January, where she expressed clear contempt for Nick. Not only that, the recent reenactment of the love story between Nick and Phyllis has made Sharon feel uncomfortable. It seemed like every time she saw them together, negative emotions arose within her. Meanwhile, Summer Newman, Nick and Phyllis' daughter, is in trouble in a custody battle with Kyle Abbott. While looking for support from her parents, she not only wanted help, but also hoped to find stability in her family during these difficult times. Nick and Phyllis's intervention in Summer's life is not only an attempt to help their daughter but also an opportunity for them to reconnect, although their relationship always has its own complications. The bond between Nick and Phyllis was witnessed when Sharon caught them holding hands in an emotional moment at the Crimson. Sharon's face at that moment reflected a deep emotion, grief combined with jealousy. This scene not only awakens the pain Sharon tried to bury, but also makes her recall another heartbreaking memory, the time she yelled at Daniel Romalotti at the hospital after Cassie's death, a recent event that made her meet him again at the Society restaurant. The emotional trauma Sharon endured, from Cassie's death to the complications of her relationship with Nick and the reappearance of Phyllis, raised questions about her mental health. Although Sharon's bipolar disorder was treated, the post-traumatic stress she experienced was never truly resolved. Seeing Nick and Phyllis become increasingly intimate may only make the situation worse for Sharon. These negative thoughts and emotions could lead to a serious psychological crisis for her, especially if their interactions have nothing to do with helping Summer. Sharon would likely feel completely abandoned if Nick cancelled other plans just to be with Phyllis at an event unrelated to Summer, further emphasizing how isolated she is while those around her are. Find comfort in each other. This could have been the final straw, leaving Sharon feeling lonely and hopeless, adding to the tension in her personal life and relationships. Through all these events and emotions, Sharon Newman continues to be a central character on The Young and the Restless, a reflection of resilience, heartbreak and the never-ending fight to looking for peace and happiness. Subscribe to Yonder where you find exciting Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, updates and news.